A premium account on X Twitter is required to create broadcasts on their platform. Please upgrade to premium subscription. Wow. Well, the stream's all fucked up now again. So I can't stream on X anymore. We have to pay to stream on X. And I just set up a stream. I worked my ass off on this video, as I always do. And StreamYard just told me that to broadcast on the X platform, I have to be a premium member. Give me a second, guys. Hey everyone, we got a good video, 15-minute video for you all. I was bad today, but I was able to, get it back on. Kazoo has a little feather hiding his private parts because I got some guideline strikes. What do you want to do? Naked alien, even though he doesn't have any genitals. And I can hear Limey heavy breathing right now, reading the subscribers are locked since February here and traffic being manipulated. Thanks for subscribing, everyone. Probably going to be frustrating some people. Today, we're going to be exposing the secrets, the moon secrets. And this channel is the alien UFO disclosure that you're looking for. So subscribe to unblock this research. Thanks. So if you disagree and you're new to the channel, you have to let me know, all 20 of you, in the comment after this stream. Hello, Jules. Hello, everyone. I'll be right with y'all. I'm going to head on over real quickly to the X platform and apologize. So there'll be no views here. See, I'm happy. We fucked the trolls over, guys. We're 29 here, like I told you all the time. So I was not able to stream. It says I am having to get a premium account. So if nobody's here, I won't post the video. There's not enough people here, and I'll post it up after so everyone will take the time to concentrate and watch the video. I ain't gonna get fucked over, that's for sure. So I was not able to stream. It says I am having to get a premium account. We'll try and fix. Maybe X platform did some changes. Head to my YouTube channel. Sorry, everybody. We want to have a couple of people here watching. And what I'm going to do is, how are you all doing? It's still hot here. I'm going to head on over to my channel and I'm going to share the link on X. I suppose people will click that way. And I'm going to share, copy. Thanks for the thumbs up, everyone. Those 9 channels that didn't subscribe, didn't thumbs up are those 9 dislikes that we get often. Giggles. So here's the link. My friends on Twitter, if you're just arriving, they're not yet, but they will. There we go. So now on the X platform, people will be able to click on the stream on the X platform by clicking on the link. We were able to get the problem solved. Amanix, merci. Thank you very much, you guys. Who's here? We have Darla. Bruce Sees All is here. Boom Acablamery, Mr. Sabinator. Thanks for being here, brother. Yes, I'm early. Sorry about that. Didn't want to be late. Actually, I was setting up in the background and I had to come on to click to do an adjustment, and I didn't think you guys would see me, but you did. I got caught. But unfortunately, hey guys, Michael Pulaski, how are you, bro? Hope you're doing well. What a world, eh? Yeah. So unfortunately, I'm not able to stream on X anymore. It says that we have to pay. I wonder if that is so. If it is, well, it doesn't matter. I'll be able to share the link like we just did. And hey, listen, I'm really happy. Possibly people from Twitter are coming in, and we're going to see them. But unfortunately, you're going to have to come to YouTube to watch the stream. I'm sorry. It's not a trick I'm trying to do, but it could be a glitch. I don't know why they're asking me to have a premium account to be able to broadcast, but that's what they just said, unfortunately. So I won't be able to stream probably on the X platform anymore. But poor Elon Musk is going through a lot too with all the suppression. Absolutely, Sabinator, absolutely incredible. Some information coming in from the person that missed. His parents were they were in contact with authorities a day ahead before it happened because they were worried about him, or that same day, but at the beginning of the day. So this is all coming out. The stupid excuse about the slope on the roof from Secret Service made me chuckle. Honestly, more like made me mad. Jules, how are you? And more to come, Sabinator. We're seeing a whole lot of crazy shit that people are bringing out and talking about. Eric, thanks again, my man. Pat Kassar, loving your videos, bro. Hello, peeps. How are ya? Hope you and family are doing good. My friend Pat C. Flubber Lane, thanks for always coming by the streams, brother. Christopher Rollins is here. Hello, y'all. Real Wayno, thanks, man. Elias, hello, people. How are you doing, brother? Hope you're healthy. Hope everything's going well. Rod R in the house. Thank you very much, my friends. Again, we have a 15-minute video. We usually don't like hang around for 2 hours. Don't want to annoy all the mods, but we have a good hour stream at least for sure. We have a good video to watch together, 15 minutes about my research. The last video I posted in videos on this channel shows UFOs taking off on the surface of the moon and also firing projectiles of light. So somebody said, could they be mining? Yes, but I'm showing things that are not typical mining operations. Like, for example, if I was here, okay, and I owned a mine, I'm not going to get the United States to send a projectile into my mine to have the rocks start falling and stuff. We're seeing a great distance between the UFOs that are shooting up projectiles and that are actually hitting targets, guys. They are hitting targets on the surface of the moon and in the lunar atmosphere. It's completely hush-hush. They're blocking the channel since February, since I got my plaque because of you amazing people. A little extra, the only trophy this channel will ever get, right? And I'm telling you, the views now are at 30,000. You have to really help me. So see, surprisingly, Alex, but not surprisingly, the 50 people on Twitter right now, they can all click on the link to come to the channel, but we'll see. I'm pretty sure we won't see the 100 that we usually see. And if we do, it could be that not everyone is real. So the subscribers coming in since February are 0. So the joke is that we get a lot of people coming here to say, Bruce, I just subbed, amazing channel. I just subbed. Well, it's not true. Or your subscribers are not working. But I know the subscribers work because I do tests with family members. It's just that there's the channel's not being shared out. So you don't get new subscribers that come back to the channel. The ones that are subscribed to the channel, mainly, they're definitely not bots because YouTube gets rid of bots. I know, 1,200 a year, they get rid of them. They won't stick around in your YouTube subscriber list because YouTube is going to, when you're a big enough channel, every year they'll give you the number of bots that you have in your channel. That stopped. And then there were other tactics. And please be careful also in the community here. There's some people that are pretending to be nice community members that are even members sometimes, sad part, but that will attack you, will email you. And listen, they've always thought that, see, Bruce doesn't want us to tell them that Bruce is a shithead, an asshole. No, go right ahead, but make a video about it instead of harassing my community. I prefer you on your channel, make a video saying, that's Bruce Schwartz, that's his address, Everybody knows it now. Harass them, do whatever you want. I mean, I like visitors. Don't worry. I am a very receiving person. I got lots of people here in my uh, vicinity that one day will maybe stop by the house. But I suggest that if you do it, be very familiar with me and be aware. Make me aware that you are going to come by. I'm not saying if you knock on my door, I'll kill you, but I got harassment here at the house, people driving by, death threats online also. So I'm really happy because now they're coming out with the truth. They're talking about lunar bases, trolls on the moon, water going inside of the pits, like I've been saying for ages now, about a year and a half, 2 years, when they first mentioned the pits, saying that we could go in there with our sweaters. It's about 20 some degrees, probably about 25 degrees, 21 degrees down there in the bottom of the pits. And they're so deep, NASA recently talking about them possibly being able to make lunar bases for humans. But here's the funny part. Where I'm saying that the UFOs are coming out of the surface of the moon, NASA's actually saying that they could make bases there and that they found tunnels and caves. And they're talking now about the volcanic domes and broken domes. I'll get a map up in the video to show you exactly where they are. These are areas that we will be able to see in great detail with the 14-inch telescope. And the moon coming up, cross your fingers that I catch it, because it's going to appear. I love it when they say that. Optical illusion, the moon's going to look so close to Earth. It's going to be incredibly orange, and you're going to see it low on the horizon. It's because it probably is close to Earth. But either way, that moon that's coming would be an awesome catch. The full moon coming very soon. So, guys, some X flares on top of the sun. I hope you're not hearing the fan. I know a lot of you say you don't, but I do. When I listen to the video after, it's annoying. So unless you have a good audio system, it's the air conditioning that's on. When I start the video, I will turn it off so that you can hear the audio properly. So not being able to stream on X platform, that's a little disappointing. I would have liked to. Maybe some are watching them and go see. Don't know if I'll be able to see because people won't be able to comment, I suppose. It doesn't matter as long as people will see it. Oh, thank you very much. I got 35 people on Twitter that checked it out, and got 3 subscribers. First time since Christmas. Thank you very much. So that's pretty awesome. Be sure you stick around. Tomorrow we'll be back to 407. I know it. Musical Kook in the house. Hey, Bruce, happy to catch you live. I thank you very much, my friends. All of you that always take the time. Hey, Jules. Darla, everyone's here. Starship, how many mods per viewer? How many mods per viewer? More like how many jealous people per stream? Because we get a lot of jealous people here. Haven't added mods in years. Years. I wish I would get more than somebody coming by once in their freaking lifetime. Starship, will I ever see you again? You're going to subscribe? Going to watch a video. We're going to have a good video on this stream. Maybe show you some proof that you've never seen possibly before in your life. Oh, I know it. If you're new to the channel, Starship. Alex Fotzi, yesterday I was good until 8:30 p.m. I've got a little episode again. Fatigué, eh? Got the sun reacting. So check that out. Just be sure to take it easy. And of course, take a couple of days off work, Elias, if ever. People ask about mods, but they don't ask about the fucking UFOs. It's funny, eh? I wish they'd ask about the UFOs. Bruce, I can't believe you're showing UFO fleet on the surface of the moon. Nobody ever shows that. Maximus, my gosh, thank you very much, you guys. Thank you. I appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Sneak Gaming, what's up, Bruce? Thank you very much, my friend, for being here. I appreciate that. Thanks to all of you. If any of you are new, Alex, be right back. Right on. Simply Samantha. Thank you, my dear friend. Thanks for the comments, too, and everything. Read the banner, trolls. What happens when Bruce gets really attacked and we're down to 30,000 views? I don't want to close this channel, guys. This is my full-time job, and I'm getting absolutely no revenue except for the amazing contributions that you all do here. Don't change a thing. Right? But there should be new people coming to this channel. So when you share out the research, thumbs up. The algorithm is what rules these channels, unfortunately. And if there's no interest, as a matter of fact, if there is interest, it's still even being blocked. I should show you all my comments on Anonymous channel, Third Phase of Moon. I do tests on all these other channels, and I don't show up on any of the channels, unfortunately. Come on, booty. Damn. How you doing, Bruce? I'm doing good. Sneaky Gaming. I'm doing very good, guys. Thank you very much. I think it's awesome when you come by the stream, my friends. Nobody's here. Nobody wants to know the truth. Everybody does, but nobody knows about the channel. Oof, that really was sore, boy. I tell you. That eye of mine. Well, thank you very much, Anika. Another name that gets me in trouble. The Moon Master. What a compliment to get from your loving friends in the community. So I thank you very much for that. Exciting video, guys, as always. Yes, absolutely. You could be sure, because I would say that the Secret Service team for Trump right now is Biden's Secret Service team, more or less. July 8th, he talked about Trump needing a bullseye on July 8th. I heard him say it. No, I wasn't talking about a crosshair. Yeah, well, yes, you were talking about a crosshair. CNN, too. Bye-bye, CNN. Won't be long. You see how they're getting harassed in the roads when they're walking? Fake reporter Jake Tupper, whatever his name is, walking down the street, being asked questions by reporters, and CNN reporters themselves do not answer questions or talk to anybody. They're paid. They do not have a voice until they walk into CNN and sit down and somebody plugs a wire up their asses, or maybe a chip in their head. Definitely a nice prompter in front to be able to know what to say. They can't talk on their social media accounts, on their Facebooks. They can't talk on their YouTubes. They can't have any. You can imagine those are the ones with fake accounts, right? Not sure, but I don't think so. I saw Moonfall, and I don't know. I really was not impressed with that movie. Right on. Yes, a good 50 minutes a video. I promise you guys. Keep it interesting, and we're going to look at the same time some of the volcanic dome area. So basically, guys, they're saying that the craters, they're not craters. The craters that are eaten away. There's so much coming out. It's like I don't even know where to shoot myself right now. I'm telling you. The craters eaten apart, like crumbling. I've showed that many a times. And now they're actually admitting it, but they're saying it's volcanic dome. So don't forget, they'll look at a tunnel, constructed or not, and they'll say, hey, look, it's a lava tube. So take it with a grain of salt, the terms that they're using, but they're still talking about the same thing. The UFOs that I'm showing you guys and gals, and we're going to see again in this video, that are coming out of the surface is the exact areas that NASA and now everyone, the professionals, are saying that there are caves and that they want to build bases there because they are massive, wide entrances, and they might even need a jetpack to get out of them and into them because it's so deep into the pits. Those are the pits, not the lava tubes, but lava tubes very wide. Yeah, right. Of course they're wide, but there's already somebody up there, and it makes me laugh seeing them say that they're going to go up there and do what others are doing. Simo Booty, thank you very much. Peter, how are you? From Sweden, another beautiful country, and some more beautiful people from there. Thank you very much for being here. Anika too is also from Sweden. There's a couple of people from Sweden that come to my channel. I'm so honored. Count Derpula, how are you, brother? Trump had his own security when president, not one known attempt to make him wet. That's right, because he had, real people for him chosen. But when you depend on the government, like the military or the defense of the U.S., you're better off hiring a bodyguard for yourself because they're all corrupt. But They're dismantling these associations, the CIA and everything, DARPA. They're not going to be closed, but they're going to get rid of the shit disturbers inside of there. More than shit disturbers, people killing people. And I think Americans know by this point, I think the world knows by this point that, especially Canada, the US is so infiltrated to the core. But do you remember that UFO report where they said there was information about Canada that would change the world and take down the system if it came out? And they hid that at the UFO report? What if I told you that everything that the US is doing is all here at the source, where all information and orders are coming from Canada, but not necessarily a Canadian? See, we have borders and boundaries for us people, but the elites don't have boundaries and borders. They maybe have boundaries, but they don't have the borders that we have. And Canadian, government is sticking its nose in countries that we don't usually interact with. So is the US, and so on and so forth, and go, deeper into that. Just watch the Y-Files, another channel that we all love here. Most of my community watches the Y-Files, as do I. When I get a chance, just watch the Y-Files. Alien bases on the moon, fascinating. I hope that's a recent one, because he did a couple of them recently talking about the moon. But if that's one that's recent, I will check it out myself. Thank you, Sabinator. Mr. His Highness, how are you doing, brother? Requesting permission to join the fleet. Please, come on in. Slap that mama in between two little probes there. Janine, probably Janine, UFO Research. Thanks for being here. I appreciate that. The family coming in. Right on. Thanks again, Sneak Gaming. Amy WC. Good Lord. Hi, all. Yes. Yeah, death threats. Lots of them, too. And trying to locate family members, trying to locate my son. By this point, my son's old enough to kick your asses. So, but yeah, you can imagine all the troubles that people go through when they're trying to show truth. And it all comes down to whether the person's being honest. Fisherman stories where the fish is made to be longer than the fish actually was. What would it give me to lie? I think the research says it all. That's the way I look at it. So the last video I posted, you should be looking at it if you're new to the channel. Please, you'll be absolutely amazed, and you will believe someone is up there on the moon. Research is done with a CGXL 14-inch telescope, has the high definition option in it. It's a telescope that was worth $9,999 at the end of 2018. I got it at the beginning of 2019. The time it was ordered, had to wait 3 months to try it, and now the telescope is up to about $17,000. I don't even know if with the HD option it's not more, and I have a Nikon D850 at the back. So that camera permits me to zoom in a lot in the images, and there's no pixelation because you can zoom in as much as you want on that image. It's an expensive camera. It's a $10,000 camera. It's the best camera on the market as for doing what I want to do. And you can ask any astronomer or call up any store and ask them if a Nikon D850 is good up the ass of a CGXL 14-inch telescope. And most likely, he's going to answer you what he answered me. And he said, I'd have to try it first. Expensive. One of them told me it's probably pristine as an image. And it is. We see an incredible surface of the moon, and no need for any special filtering either, because it's just straight up. The surface has a lot of smokes and hazes on it. And that's what's making it a little harder for us to be able to see it. The atmosphere and everything that's there. Natural or not. Hey, thank you very much, Royston. Marshall, love from London. I appreciate that, my friends. Love back from Montreal, Quebec, my friend. Yes, Darla, absolutely. Always a pleasure. You said it, Starship. NASA, never a straight answer. That's right. Or what I like to say, NASA, no, not a secret anymore. The heart in a chat box. Oh, do you mean that annoying heart that blocks what everybody's saying in the bottom? Well, guess what? I don't even see it because I'm on StreamYard. Also cannot just stream to my subscribers and share the screen either. Lots of glitches and stupid shit that happens. No, I can't see it here, Sabotator. I only see it when I go on YouTube. But is it ever the dumbest, silliest, stupidest, dumbest thing that they've ever done by putting it there at the bottom? I hope that's the one you're talking about. It blocks off what everybody's saying. I think it's silly. They should have put it outside of the box about 2 inches, you know. Hey, JWs, thank you, my friends. Hey, Scotland in the house. Thank you very much. GMC B118. Beautiful Scotland. Another bucket list area of mine. Thank you very much, guys, in Scotland. Thanks, Elias. François Toy, brother. Take care of yourself, my man. Amy, WC, thanks for confirming that. Starship says, can't hear it over my fan. We don't get many real people here, Starship. Be awesome if you were. Colin McMillan, thank you for being here. Hello, Mr. McMillan. Have you seen Fly Me to the Moon movie where they fake a moon landing? No, I haven't. So they fake a moon landing in that movie? Fly Me to the Moon movie where they fake a moon landing, kind of like Capricorn one did, right? They even mentioned Stanley Kubrick. It's beautiful that the truth is coming out. The truth is going to come out in movies, guys. I absolutely believe this 100,000%. Interesting. Thanks, Colin, for sharing that one. That's a good one. Cecil, thank you so much, guys. Thanks for being here. We have a good 15-minute video we're about to start and play. No, I hear ya. But often the mods, like Starship asked, yeah, there's probably, I would say, reasonably 3 mods per subscriber here. It's always the same group of mods that have been here for ages. And yeah. Who? Godarn. Cool, Bruce. Thank you. Sorry for jumping over. Al Ciriello just appeared over top for some reason. Kimberly F. How come everyone's appearing on top now? Oh, this sucks. We're back to that. Be the fan, Mick. I love that one. We'll get along good if you think that way. All these different things that are just appearing now. Wonderful work, Maximus. Thank you very much. Just saw that appear. We have Roy Marshall watching on YouTube and X. Say thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate that. Now I see 77 watching. Thank you. That helps, Roy. Finally got notified of you going live. Tiportangeles, amiga, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you very much. Hi, Bruce and chat. Hi, mods. Thank you, my dear friends. 52 likes. We'll take it. Our Darla channel. One of the first mods here. Count says I'm a mod and the least responsible. That's so kind of you, Jules. Thanks, you guys. As you, Jules, thanks for all the generous contributions. That's what I say, Sneak Gaming. They can't hide it forever. Sure, they can block a channel. That's for sure. But it's not ever going to be hidden again. I mean, I exposed it. No, I didn't expose it to the world, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. Those, it's shit trophies that you get doing whistleblowing research. And I don't wear it with pride, that whistleblowing term. I was given the term whistleblower, and because I'm exposing secrets that no one else is exposing to the public, right? So obviously, maybe Jeremy Corbell, I doubt it. Movie filmographer, by the way. Linda Moulton Howe, filmographer, by the way. Stanley Kubrick, filmographer, by the way. You get a lot of filmographers that are interacting with NASA. Then you got other, compartmentalizing the secret projects is the way to go. That is exactly how you can get away with so much. And of course, when some of the secret projects or parts of the secret projects are exposed, only little parts are exposed because everything's compartmentalized, and people don't even look guilty because they're not going to be asked questions because everything's compartmentalized. It's true. Thanks, Darla. Last video I saw of yours with the lunar wave was super fantastic. Thank you very much, Kimberly F. Yeah, I was able to get the double lunar wave, much like Crow 777 got a wave 11 or 12 years ago. An awesome capture. You could see it going across a moon that was fuller than when I got it. If I'm not mistaken, I had a part of the terminator line. It was not a full moon. And we saw a double lunar wave going across the moon. So I'm not the first that got it. Crow apparently was. I'm sure other people saw it. Afterwards, apparently he shared some people that did see it also. So there's a few of us, limited few of us, very limited few of us, like 3 of us, I think, or 4 of us. I could be wrong, that was able to see that. I've been able to document it 4 or 5 times, sometimes a little less pronounced than it usually is. But thank you very much, Kimberly, for taking the time to have checked that out. Lots of saying that, Roy. The USS Space Force could very well be, Gary McKinnon talked about, seeing all this in the NASA website when he was spying on them, that there's a non-terrestrial groups of people, possibly even craft, 2 or 3 of them, that can hold up to 300 people per craft. Word for word, if I'm not mistaken, what Gary McKinnon said. And also him mentioned that it doesn't mean that it's extraterrestrials, but it can be, right? The non-terrestrial group. It could mean that humans are working non-terrestrially off of Earth, like maybe in low Earth or Earth orbit, like Gary McKinnon said. And like you said, like I said, I think everyone is coming up with these theories pretty much. We're on the same level. There's a lot of different opinions and different theories, but some theories stick with everybody. Not everybody can disagree with, not everybody disagrees with everything. Everybody can, but not everybody does. Jules, thank you so much. Hey, thank you for all the bitching and enduring me. Thanks for enduring me, Jules. Really appreciate that. Isn't that funny? You guys just gave me a contribution, and my hand is itchy. It's supposed to be the left hand, though. It's supposed to be the left hand. Nina, British Columbia in the house. Beautiful British Columbia. Thank you, Nina. And to all newcomers, thanks for those of you that took time to subscribe. Welcome to Rumble platform, the other hidden platform. So what are the chances, Anika, that all my platforms are hidden? What are the chances? The Galactic Federation says the Most High channel. The Galactic Federation of Light are the UFOs you see, bro. I agree with you. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. That's like heaven. People are looking for a doorway and gate. Well, there is a gate, but it's not a metallic gate. That's the thing. I agree in theory with what you say, and I agree it's possible. I think it also. Of course they are. I believe they are higher beings. It's a spiritual being, and the ones that I'm seeing through the infrared only, because it cannot be seen with a naked eye. People still fight with me that they're satellites. Well, only him. But no, it's a fact. I'm being contacted by something very spiritual, not just in my backyard, but throughout my life. I like to believe that. But again, we can come up with different conclusions, different opinions. I don't spit on the opinions that you guys give me. A lot of you told me, Bruce, you're interacting with demons. Whether you are right or not, I still have nothing but respect for the theories, because it's just interesting. It's just interesting. It is. It's super interesting. I am ecstatic about the news that's coming about the moon. It's going to come down to that. You know that, right? The moon. The double T's I'll never be able to talk to you all about. I talked to my mother about it. The signs for many years that I've been seeing about me having to be very careful about certain letters, to watch and look out for a major event that's going to happen with the 2 T's and also the letter N. But I don't talk about it because There's no, this is not a field. It's a theory, an assumption. It's my mind, where I base my mind on intuition and my judgment on certain patterns or messages that I seem to be receiving. And the very recent one with Donald Trump confirmed to me that, um, for real, many years ago, I was told that that was going to happen to him. I'm not going to prove it to you. I'm not going to explain it. And I'm just going to leave it at that, the double T's. And it's hitting me in the face everywhere. First of all, it started off with Northern Telecom, and then AT&T was bombed. It was a terror attack, and again the double T's came in. So I marked it down in the book, and then more double T's came in, and then Trump, when he was shot with the image of the bullet going by his head, I sort of had a little tear, again, seeing that the TTs were there, because under Trump on the podium it says text Trump. Then I started getting hot, and it's just these little patterns that remind me of something. To be careful, Bruce, for the double T's. It's someone, imagine somebody explaining me that something's going to happen with double T's and not telling me who would be shot. You understand that why I was a bit excited about that, where I do believe there's a higher being trying to evolve the human race, guys. I know it sounds crazy. Maybe I shouldn't have chosen a stream time to talk about it. Already I'm showing UFOs on the moon. I'm a bit crazy on that side, but I do have a communication with something on the other side, not knowing what it is. And I really want to share that with people, because a lot of people miss their loved ones that pass on, or maybe you're sick, and you're feeling that you're dying or are dying yourself, and that you don't think there's anything on the other side. Will be very sad for you to think so. And maybe that if you don't think so, you won't see what's on the other side. So you got nothing to lose in reality to believe that there is something on the other side, that is not only on the other side when you die, but that comes back here, or that has always been here protecting people here on Earth. And it was also a double T that happened with a bombing of a bridge and stuff. So I marked these patterns down, and it scares me. And without, you know, jumping into changing any numbers or saying, oh, the one represents an A or this represents that. No, I was just told that I was going to see the double T's, and it'll be two words, and it's going to be headlines all the time. And that's when large events are going to happen, and they're going to be traumatizing to the world. And now I saw another double T again. This is the third one in 2 days. Notice Alex Jones is getting scared at the same time as I'm seeing these premonitions. And the double T message again. Now, am I going to lose it? It was erased by my. I'll finish off with it, and then I'll stop talking about it. Yes, the double T again, and the N. So now there's a CNN with the TT after it, like Northern Telecom when I had started with the AT&T. So long story short, CNN, I think it's CNN. It could be another one, but there's a headline of what people are talking about again, and it's target Trump. So his life is in danger. And then I started getting this hot flash, like a woman in the menopause, saying, oh my God, there could be another danger, that attack was just a warning that something bigger is going to happen to him, or something like that. And again, Alex Jones is on the horn about it, and it's just making my ear, speaking of ears, right? Just making my ear open up, listen really closely at what's happening. So I'll never mention it again about the double T's, but notice that because I mentioned it to you, you are going to see all the double T patterns and warnings now. And do let me know if ever you want to, or that you do see it. That's something that was something very personal to me, private. Anika, my God, thank you so much, you guys. Thank you. Incredible support, my amazing friends. Jules says, Elias, how the heck are ya? The AI. What do you think from the AI photo clearing program? Give me a bit more info on that, Maximus. Happy hump day, says Nina. Thank you. Nina, every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern time, 30 minutes ago, is when I start the streams. I also stream, my friends, on Fridays at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Montreal time and 8. Remember, 18, 1 and 8. On Fridays, twice. Me too. And I'm very happy with that. And sometimes, without me realizing it, apparently I go off of the agreement sometimes in a way where I just sort of do something silly or funny. And he tells me. And he tells me every time. And I don't know if you guys have ever had the experience of receiving a message that is thrown into you, into your mind, that you don't hear any voice. And that what was thrown into your mind is a conversation of about 2 or 3 hours, where the moment you feel that message coming in, it's the whole 3-hour message. You didn't have to listen to the 3 hours of the message. You might not even necessarily remember certain points of the message, but you just remember something coming in, some type of message, right? And I'm not talking about like, voices talking to me and stuff. Don't act crazy there, but some people call it, visions, an inner voice with your pineal gland, whatnot, wherever these frequencies are bouncing off of. Some people are even awake enough to say, Bruce, it could be secret projects, that it's the government that's actually in our dreams and communicating with everyone. I really love hearing that, because when I hear that, it shows me that you're an open-minded, smart, intellectual person that knows that there's nothing impossible. The elements, the table of elements, we have them, we can create new elements. Do you know, as a matter of fact, most of the elements on the table of elements are all created, except for 7, 8, or 9 of them. They're all created in laboratories, and just explosions, and there's different nuclear values to them. And just like the element 115 that we heard Bob Lazar mention, that didn't exist on the element timetable, that eventually appeared on the element timetable. And that, for me, is why I know I'm blocked. If a guy that important with, listen, nuclear physicist, this guy is working for Area 51. He's well known around the world. He hit headlines, but still can't get his story out. So that's proof of one thing, that the moon is a major secret. And I'm pretty sure when Bob Lazar spoke about Zeta Reticuli star system, the binary star system, where the 9 different propulsion types of different craft that they had, could be all the same craft, but it's 9 different propulsion types. It could be them that changed the propulsion types, or it could be alien propulsion types. But when he said it came from Zeta Reticuli star system, I beg to differ. In theory, I think he's hiding the fact that everything's on the moon. I think Elon Musk knows about them being on the moon, and that he's obviously not allowed to talk about it. Elon's a good guy. He's concerned about a couple of things, trying to bring out some truth. Well, hopefully, if he's not the one bringing out the truth about the moon, hopefully he is leaking out that information to someone else that is going to be able to bring that out, because there being actual people living on the moon is a serious problem, guys, if the governments are not telling us. And when you see a professional scientist giving money to fund the Artemis program, that's all fake, right? It's laundering money. Just my assumption, okay? It's my theory. I'm not here to confirm that. Not accusing anyone of laundering any money. We know that they all are. Obviously, we've seen it many a times. We've heard of it many a times. If it would not be for the FOIA requests in the United States of America, for the public, amateurs like you and I, or Americans, are able to have unlisted and classified videos and documents be unclassified, and that is the only way we get any information out about the alien retrieval programs, about what the Pentagon does when he gets caught. They got caught on the moon in leaked FOIA requests, wanting to bomb the moon, experimenting with Stargate, experimenting with teleportation, experimenting with time travel. David Grush talked about it, quasi projecting themselves into other dimensions and other higher spatial dimensions. It's something that they're talking about at roundtables, every night, most likely. I found it too funny, Roy. Cold coffee. Let me get a hot coffee. Anyone want one? Air conditioning off. Air off. The air conditioning is off. Hey, guys, you know I love you. And I'm so grateful to have people coming to this channel. Yeah, I'd be dead if it wouldn't be for my family on X. And now I don't know if I'm gonna Elon, do I need a premium account, brother, to be able to stream? I highly doubt that. Maybe it was me that mistakenly clicked the wrong button, but I'll be doing some tests to check that out. Interesting, Mr. Pat. Very interesting. The truth comes out. The truth is going to come out. Well, and not talking too much about the Pow Pow, but you know, counter-terrorist groups, you know, snipers. Snipers have a way of considering what I'm just being careful with what I'm saying. There's a certain range and there's a certain process when people are snipers that, you know, you need the range finder, whatnot, to find out how far it is. You take the wind in consideration, and the 400 and 500 I thought meters, I thought it was feet. I thought it was away, feet away. But okay, so that's what they said, but it was further. Okay, I get it. So, you know, it could have come from somewhere else, but the one on the roof, obviously on top of it, it was like gone. Why do you think? Well, because, you know, like they did to the one that got rid of Kennedy after he got shot too. And anyways, moving right along. Ramon, thank you very much. How's it going? Hello, Big Bruce. Hello. Hello, hello. So, are you of the opinion the moon was built, the mathematics work out, especially for an eclipse? Listen, absolutely. I believe and respect the theories of people that believe that the moon could have been built. And listen, imagine I see it both ways. It could be a Dyson sphere, it could be a spaceship, but they could have gutted the moon and used all that lunar dirt to be able to throw over top of the structures. Because Amy, you're going to love the videos where I show dirt thrown over the structures. As a matter of fact, maybe even in the last video, you're going to see some of it. We're going to look inside of Mare Serenitatis. Or is that, could I be making a mistake with the video? I made so many videos today. We're going to look at the vegetation or patchiness that's in Mare Serenitatis, all these big objects, large objects on the surface that you see all there. I do believe that it could possibly have been built, but I tell you what, the surface is completely manipulated. I don't know if the moon was built. A lot of you guys and gals have incredible theories, as do I, about the moon could possibly be a spaceship. You know, some people say it was towed or whatnot. I don't have the proof of any of that, but I do have the proof that the moon is not acting like any other moon and does not act like any other moon in the solar system. You could look it up, you know, on any website, any area or website of the information. The moon is unique. It's a one and only in the solar system that acts the way that our moon acts, right? So I do believe absolutely that yes, there could be a manipulation on that moon. Maybe it's a propulsion system. All those objects that we're seeing and that we will see again today, it could be propulsion system that's keeping the moon aligned with us, locked in synchronous rotation, as they say. And they tell us that we can't see the high rising objects because mainly due to libration, it gives us an optical illusion. I don't know if it's real or not. I repeat, like a parrot in a way, what I read myself online, but I do take it with a grain of salt. It's an expression I use a lot. Take it meaning, you know, they could be lying. There you go. I'll tell you basically, even some of the information that we get online could be lying. Somebody asked me how far the moon is. I will give you the distance that they tell you, perigee, apogee, you know, 348,000 kilometers or 278,000 kilometers, whatever that difference that they say. We do see the moon. Excuse me. We do see the moon looking close, looking far away. So, you know, who knows? Waiting to find out. It goes out like Pizza the Hut. We all know the details. Oh, yeah. Darla, thank you so much. Pizza the Hut. Hey, Roy, thank you very much for interacting. Roy says, hello, Sweden from London. Absolutely. Watching everyone in the news. I've heard nothing but BS from NASA my whole life. Mick, I hear you, man. It's true, you know. Excuse me for coughing into the microphone, my professionalism. Bruce, one step ahead of society. You're a genius. Wow, maybe not a genius, but I thank you so much for the kind words. Most High, I love you for it. 2 steps, a crackpot, love and light. Absolutely. Let's say that's exactly it. Borderline from being a crackpot. And yes, I too wear different colored socks. Not going to hide it. Not going to hide it. All the time. Interesting, Savinator. Good stuff is coming out. We got the Secret Service that admitted that they were deliberately holding back from stopping anything. I don't know much about it. So this is my problem. Damn it. I don't watch any of those movies. Why? People are like, wait a minute, you're into space and you don't watch anything space related as a movie? I've just been doing this research for so long, but 1999 does ring a bell. And you know what I'm starting to do now? Owl, which is gracias, amigo. I'm starting to look back at videos of older movies in the year 2000 and all that, like Independence Day. So embarrassing. I had not watched it. Had to go back the other day to check it out, you know. And it's scaring the living crap out of me. Children watching. Hello, kids. Scaring the living hell out of me that everything that they're saying in the movies is years before what NASA exactly came out and said. They know things ahead of time. It's ridiculous. Like the movie 1984, like The Simpsons and Family Guy that are coming out with. I mean, come on. Harris, vice president, being in purple before even being on stage and losing her earring, and it was shown on a cartoon. Do you know why they showed you that, guys? Do you know why they showed you that on Family Guy? Or Simpsons, sorry, Simpsons, right? Well, those cartoons are showing you that because they want you to know that we're living in a physical illusion. Everything's real around us, but none of the scenarios are. And what they're telling us is up is actually down. You know, they tell us, we learned that we could look up, we can look down, we can look sideways, we can look diagonally. Well, what if we can look through the diagonal and sideways? I'm telling you, that's how you get out of this matrix. And some of us that sun is shap, some of us that get out of this matrix physical world through many terms that you can use. I don't like the terms. I just like saying I'm going next door. Astral travel, projection, remote viewing, all these terms that people just repeat and repeat and repeat like parrots. Use just common sense of what happens, when somebody goes to the other side. Well, there's a doorway that opens up, and the doorway doesn't always have to be square, but surprisingly, it's rectangle like a doorway that I've seen. So, the other side does absolutely exist, and moon bases soon. I'm getting off track here. I think I'm just so excited. Every single thing that everyone's talking about is old news. It's that when things come out, Amy, and then people forget. Every 30 to 50 years, people forget about it, right? You don't need that many years to go by and people start forgetting. The government manipulated people. Thank you very much, Amy, for letting me know that you are new here. You're going to love the video. We're about to start it soon. 5:43, my yap here. And thanks again for listening to the stream. Right on, Roy. Yeah, listen, he's a hell of a good guy. I don't know him personally, but he seems like a good guy. He's got a lot of supporters, a lot of contributors, and he makes very well documented videos. Pisses me off sometimes, which you got to give him a heads up for that, because he doesn't piss you off because he's bad. He'll start something. Me, that does piss me off. He'll start a video saying, with Hecklefish. I love Hecklefish. So he'll start talking with Hecklefish and say, because Hecklefish believes that the moon's inhabited. But you see, Hecklefish is the mind of Y-Files guy, okay? And he's trying to tell his community that, yeah, that's really inhabited. But he talks about facts. And often, it's disappointing when you look at the video and you get to the end and it turns out Hecklefish will say, so it wasn't real. And Y-Files will look and they'll say, it wasn't. And you're like, fuck, damn it. I just looked at a whole moon video from to get to the end of the video and tell me it wasn't real, So I don't know exactly what he thinks of the moon landing. I know he's not stupid. Okay. He believes in a lot of some manipulated features of the lunar Apollo missions, I believe, from what I saw. But Peter also watches Y-Files. Right on, guys. He is hilarious. Hecklefish is absolutely hilarious. I mean, he has no sense of humor. Just move. I'd love to have him be really funny, but yeah, he just disappears. That's all he does. Danny, thank you very much, sir. Lacks his own person. Was Chippy back? Count Derpula, that's why I love you, brother. Absolutely. Colin McMillan says YouTube's heavy censoring people's comments just now due to the teething. Yes, those are extra things. Some of us have always been banned. And yeah, listen, if you look at on Social Blade and you go and see that I went from a month of having 500,000 views to back down to 100,000 and back down to 30,000. Basically, they keep me down always low. And some of you can say, well, Bruce, you're that arrogant that it could be that people just don't like the research. Well, of course, it could be right. I doubt it because it's what everyone's looking for, Nora Records, thanks for being here. Troll skins for teepees. Yeah, I got to let them dry too, especially if you're using limey skin. He's a bit thicker. It might take a little longer to dry. You need a lot more salt. Count, did you see his pretend family? Pretending he has a wife and kids? Poor guy. How long, Count? How long will he take to post in the community? Did he already, you think? I wonder. Been quiet for days, and then the fool, the ass, comes back to attack me as he has always been doing. This is a rerun from 16 years ago. Chippy tits. Oh my God, almost missed this. Yeah. Every time I hear a comment with miss now, it's like I'm Cecil, thank you very much. Count. Funny about Hecklefish. Actually, he's into loan sharks and everything too, Count, Hecklefish? Thanks, Darla. Thank you, Colin. Bruce sees all hat. It means everything, Darla. Hello, Alex is back. Whoever I missed, please hit the like button. That is very, very in demand, everybody. Maria Alejandra. Am I pronouncing that right? Alejandra, when you say the J is pronounced with the H, right? Maria, how are you? Hello, Bruce. I love your work. Thank you. Saludos desde Argentina. Beautiful Argentina. Another one on my bucket list. Maria, thank you very much. Love and light, my friend. Muchas gracias, amiga. Amiga? I'm so bad. I'm so bad at Spanish. It's too bad. It's a beautiful language. Now she's going to tell me in Argentina they don't speak Spanish. I mean, listen, this is how naive some of us are. Myself, I'm not going to hide it. Before I started looking into other cultures and stuff, I was totally blown away looking into, like finding out Egypt's in basically Africa and stuff like that. You're like, wait a minute, what do you mean? When you start looking at the map and you go, crap, is that, weird. It's weird. Yes, it's iris. Always do. Always miss my channel, my man. Hey, yeah, Donovan. DL, that one is very well said. Very well said. 11 on Rumble. That's not a lot of people on Rumble. Hey, Darla will get less dislikes. There's only 11 watching on Rumble. Simo Booty, listen. Come on, Booty. You said it. And a lot of people would. Well, I'll tell you all, you are all invited. If honestly, legitimately, you are in the Montreal region and you would like to come in the region of where I am, I'm telling you guys, I'd be more than happy to show you all the UFOs riding in riders on the storm. Yes. Lifting up, launching, also landing, coming down to the surface. You must all know that when you're watching me film these UFOs, that I'm always in front of that friggin' tree. Now, I got one troll that said I'm showing the same UFOs that come up. He goes, look at all the videos. He goes, it's the same UFOs that he's posting. But that's okay, because in reality, dumbass, it's going to make people want to look at the other videos and compare, try to find out. But in reality, you know what, Count Derp? The trolls are the ones that advertise for me also, so that can help a little bit. Mr. 10.2, who bought his fake channels. Maybe they are terraforming the moon. Absolutely, Delta Dog. Thanks for coming back, you guys, and commenting. Talk about that a lot also. And don't forget, they could be shielding themselves, if there is microgravity there, shielding themselves against the radiation from the sun. Do you know how you do that? Well, you can apply smoke to the surface. Listen, they're talking about doing it now before the astronauts go down. So they're going to, reveal a lot of things, not necessarily pertaining to the secrets, but they're just going to all of a sudden come up with these things that they're going to say, well, we know this now, we know that. It's because they know a lot about the moon for sure. And especially things that they're not telling us. That's a fact. Trying to see if the tinfoil hat stopped what I perceived as buzzing in my ears from 5G. Amy, been there, done that. I just got rid of my aluminum hat because I believe there's an expiration date. No, that's kidding. I'm kidding with that one. Starship, love you for it. Yeah, thanks a lot, brother. Right on. Appreciate that. And thanks for coming by the stream, especially. So listen, Amy, 5G is real. They are using energy weapons, and they can control our minds with it and maybe make somebody feel uneasy. Maybe somebody has a seizure, maybe somebody this or that. So I've done my tests here, putting on a hat when I felt something. And listen, I have felt something, Amy, to the point where I put my two hands on the table and I started hyperventilating and felt totally dizziness. Coincidence or not, but I believe that the 5G can absolutely harm people, and they are doing so in little micro doses. For whatever the reason, they love the micro doses. It's over a long term, getting rid of us over a long term, right? But yeah, the truth is coming about COVID, which we're not allowed to talk about here. We never were. And the truth is coming out here in Canada. There's an investigation going into everything about it. So I'm very happy for all these people that were forced into this, and that now hopefully no longer being forced into it. We're going to watch that amazing video. Just have to scroll all the way down because obviously CNN is the news in the States. CNN News, if ever you want to look them up. They dislike Trump and they're all for Biden. Like Justin Trudeau here, the crime minister of the dishonorable crime minister of China, our prime minister of Canada, talks about, well, he's just full of shit too. And the manipulation that he's paying the news media. Okay, that's a fact. Everybody knows it. And get this, that news media that's being paid by Trudeau is asking Pierre Poilievre, why are you going to pay the media some money so that they can talk for you and stuff like that? And it's not even true. Pierre Poilievre says, No, he talks like Brian the dog. I love his voice. He on Family Guy. He says conservatives are not at all going to give bonus money to the media. They're going to have to make their own money by their subscriptions and by selling their game, doing whatever they're doing, hopefully telling truth. Hey, my friend, Paranormanoid channel. I mentioned that many months ago in the community as something I believe also. They are going to carve on Mount Rushmore absolutely Donald Trump. I believe that. I also going really far out into this, but in Canadian politics or US politics, you will be seeing Elon Musk, who is going to go into politics when the system, the New World Order, is completely condoned, completely taken down. We're going to be able to progress into the future of a good planet. Do you think I'm crazy? I believe that. Cures to cancer, the lie about diabetes that doesn't exist. Nothing exists, by the way, eh? We have the real sicknesses, but it's not because of what they say. The cancer is not caused by what they say. That's not caused by what they say. That's not caused by what they say. And that's how it is. That's how it is. For real. Thank you, Count Derpula. Yeah, they're hot for sure. Every one of them that come here, amazing ladies that come here, sweet as can be. Starship, I'm the one that thanks you for coming by, my friend. Spirit speaks without language. Adam, thank you very much. I agree with that. That's a beautiful thing to say also. Victoria Saxon is back. Yeah, that's what we were talking about, Michael Sala, the last time, I think, Victoria. Were we not? That's right, Victoria. They exist. Learn to become conscious. Most all are not. Jace, Ventura 2, you're right about that. Elevate your mind to a higher level of consciousness is what I wrote at the beginning of all my videos for many, many months, almost a year. And it's really true. I've been talking about the merging of the religion with the paranormal fields, with the ufology fields, and all other fields of scientists, physicists. They're all getting together. You got zoologists in the UK in an organized meeting this week that they are talking about searching for alien life with a new technology. Do you guys know that? If you want to find out more about it, head to Rumble. I don't have it here on YouTube, but I have it on Rumble, a podcast of some recent news just 2 days ago. Head on over to Rumble and give me a thumbs up for the podcast. Montana, Wookie, thank you very much. Ugg Muggy and 99 the shade here. AC rules. Yeah, same here, my friend. It's horribly hot here. Very hot. So thanks everybody for being here. I'm going to share the screen now. I'll turn off the fan so you can all hear it properly. And of course, the audio you hear through the microphone. Can't do it the other way around. Gotta pay as you go and don't. Okay. I'm crazy. Like I say, borderline crackpot. Let's do it. Thanks for subscribing, everyone. I'm going to bring my big head down. We're going to bring this down. And we have, oh, look at it. We got a hot stream here. Is burning. Let's see what it, I'm sorry, guys. Let's get into it. Thanks for listening, everybody. Fan off. The fan is off. My silly face off. And let's get into it. Thanks for listening, everybody. Okay. The audio didn't work. Well, you see, there are days like that. Let's see where it starts, the audio. All right, we're close. Okay, we're close. We're close. Good. It's just here. Just this. So we'll pause it right here, guys. So before we start the video, quite simply, you can check it out yourself also if you're looking for the keywords, how to find ancient volcano domes on the surface of the moon. Because I know a lot of you are telling me that there's a lot of mushroom building like objects on the surface. There's also a remote viewer that mentioned that. There's also even an astronaut that talked about it. So here on the right, you can see the list of some of the areas. We're going to go see Rima Hyginus crater. That's an imploded supposed volcanic chamber that imploded, and you can see the holes inside of the surface are gigantic. Well, guys, the UFOs are coming out of exactly that region. So there we go. So we're going to move this ahead here. Let's get into it. There's the Rima Hyginus. So let's get into it. Thanks, everybody. This will go ahead at one point. The Rima Hyginus crater, an amazing area. A lot of color on the surface there. And look at that long line that leaves the crater. Different sections, over 1,000 kilometers long. Some audio is from an older video, so this is why it sounds a little unclear, but don't worry, I'll be on the horn in a minute. That's Rima Hyginus. Look how far it extends, hundreds of miles. Nobody's talking about that. Lava tubes can be all inside that, guys. So the Rima Hyginus crater, you know, they don't look like craters, but aside from this not being a dome, it is, they say, an imploded volcanic chamber. But look at the length and how far it extends out, because now in the news they're talking about lava tubes wanting to make lunar bases on the moon, and possibly, you know, that there's water in there. I wonder. I've been saying for a long time that just in theory, there could actually be there could be liquid water in there for real. You know why? Because they said the depth, temperatures of these pits, you could be walking around in a sweater. It's not cold in the bottom depth of the pits, which is pretty surprising. So absolutely incredible when we look up close and we want to see exactly what a volcanic dome would look like. Take it with a grain of salt, what they're calling it. You could think what you want. I'm not saying or confirm. Listen to what I'm saying on the video as we're going down, depending on your screen. I'm not going to fight with people. 1, 2, 3, 4 lines here, and there's one here, and there's also some up here. Depending on the size of your monitor, watch as it goes up and down. Notice that this edge here, you will eventually quite clearly see the lines that are going to look, another line connected to this source and this energy source here. There are lines right there, and you're going to see them as it goes up and down. I think I'm even going to indicate it. Maybe not. It's not a volcanic dome. See it going by? You see how lines, aside from that, see how light it is? Like it's the same reflectivity, as the surface. Notice that I'll pass it by twice. Look at the lines over to the crater on the right. From top to the bottom of the width of that crater, we can see lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 5 lines on each side of that crater. We're going to see it one more time. You'll have to go back a couple times to be able to enjoy all of this. There's a lot going on the left. There's a lot in the center there. There's also lines on the top edge of the crater, the rampart, which there's a rampart in every one of them. They're all the same shape. Just for reference, NASA, I'll mind you, I can't show my community. I know that this line goes and connects to these spots and that it's smoking all these sections here. And you go from light source to light source until all these lines connect up. And that's the smoking system on the moon. I'm sure. Just different sizes. And some have more lines and more light sources in them. But see over to the right, from top to bottom on the left side of that crater, depending on the size of your monitor, you should see it very well. If you have a 75-inch television, you're going to see about 15 lines coming off this crater. And if you have a phone, you won't see any. For that crater, depending on the size of your monitor, you should see it very well. So whether they want to call it lava tube or lines that were constructed, there's quite a few of them here, lava tube or not, from Tycho crater. Funny, looks like smoke coming out of some type of... Oh, yes. This pipe that's connected right to the crater, even goes over it, climbs up here. Here, it veers inside and there's smoke building here, but The pipe continues across here. And look at this. All that, watch it while I play it. It's billowing smoke. And that's why this is all smoke hiding the surface, making it look like this is the surface when it's only the higher levels. All those pipes are hiding what's underneath. It's incredible how they were able to do that. Must have taken thousands of years. So we'll back it up just a little bit there. Again, it's incredible seeing that one. There's a smoke right there.
So whether you want to call it lava tube or lines that were constructed, there's quite a few of them here, lava tube or not, from Tycho crater. At funny, looks like smoke coming out of some type of pipe that's actually over an area. You see the smoke coming out of the end too, over an area that looks like it's a pit itself, right? Like a hole on the surface of the moon. So don't wonder why people come up with the theory that the moon could be a Dyson sphere. I mean, bejesus. So check it out. Smoke billowing out the end of it, and two ends where you see smoke accumulation there. Massive plume just underneath it, one after the other. Maybe a hole in the pipe there. Already.
And if you're new to the channel, you didn't see the Plato crater pipe coming out. It's massive. 2 or 3 miles wide, the pipe, and it's probably about 50 kilometers to 40 kilometers long, and it's coming out of the side of Plato crater. Also has a smoke at the end that's hiding the surface. But this one, I'm bringing this one back up. This one here is one that they probably don't want me mentioning, but whatever type of system it is, you be the judge. Check it out.
Seeing
the theme in this video today is lines and UFOs.
Metal plates or whatever, let's call them metal. You know, you see the connection? That's a rod going by with connectors.
First presented that, looks like a conductive plate. It looks like a whole bunch of electrical connections to these massive grounded, looks like a motherboard, and come up with many conclusions, theories anyways, not conclusions, but theories.
Right? Connections. Let's bring the exposure up a little more. Hold on. Sorry. Let's bring that exposure up a little more. Now, even more scary, because now we see that this is connected to this line here, and this line goes through these teeth.
It could be camouflage, force field.
Whatever you want to call it, the zipper. It's pretty incredible. You see it? And quite simply, I'm showing yet again constructed line.
It can control all the doors that open and close, all the light systems and smoking systems on the moon.
It's on the surface. It's quite simply that. That's constructed. Look at that. I mean, the lines go by there. It's scary, And a little scarier. Now we can really see that these rectangle plates, let's call them plates, that are going over there. We're seeing there's a line, massive
conductor plates,
something in here. Lines going by, more connectors here on each side. You can see the teeth, right there, the zipper, like an open zipper. So they could be buildings and objects. We see them flat, and of course that's libration. It gives us the optical illusion that all objects that are high rising on the surface look flat. We know about that, whether that's true or not. But all those lines, whether they're connected with other lines going right across this dark area, it could be something electrical. It could be something that's powering something large on the moon, or power.
For real. How do you hide something that is gray and see-through, that's really high up on the surface, but only about a mile wide? You have to add some smoke. And the smoke causes everything to move. And unless you have a big enough telescope and a good enough quality of camera, you're going to have to slow down the footage to see this. Because honestly, even with the real speed of me showing the surface when I went over this live, it was a tiny section, as smaller than a dime. So people might think that, oh, wow, like how come nobody else has seen it? It's because all these findings are sections that were zoomed up and cropped, and they're very hard to see because they're small. They're hiding under smoke and hazes. It's near impossible to see them. You have to go back. You have to find it clear as day, or when the moon's the closest, or when the terminator line is close enough to this. That's why you see the darkness there. But on a full moon, you don't see this area. It's just gray.
The moon itself.
Southern Highlands.
I know that's a little
near Clavius,
far out there, but I want to shoot that out there because, in theory, just for the fun of it, talking about the moon being
it looks like an X-ray of the moon's knee.
Spaceship, much. Yeah, I think it's a possibility. So these objects do not look naturally formed. We see many squares.
Each of these lines are an object that are thousands, who knows, hundreds of feet off the surface of the moon. These could all be communication towers, or it could even be an energy weapon. If we back engineered UFOs, and that's why we're using 5G now, guys, this is the biggest secret. I don't give a crap what anybody says. It's not in the news. Alex is talking about everything, but didn't even mention that the South Pole base weapon that caused in New Zealand 2 earthquakes, and CERN and HARP, they're manipulating the surface and of Earth with that, and even our atmosphere, changing the chemistry of Earth, manipulating it, sending microwaves up into you know the ionosphere. So who says there's not a weather weapon or energy weapon on the moon that was affecting Earth's temperature, and that we caught on to it because we found it in a friggin' craft, and that now we're experimenting ourselves with it, but we're missing a few things like going into black holes. Why do you think they're finding new quasars and exoplanets? Do you think because they just want to see how big the universe is? They're not. They're looking for power, and they're looking to back engineer the entire universe. At the same time, they are back effing engineering our minds through MK Ultra, which has never stopped. Only the name has changed, right? They hide files, Helm, CIA documents that were all destroyed, 20,000, 30,000 files. They keep redoing it, but they always make the hiding part better, and the compartmentalization of it all. I'm dragging on here, but it's true. It's the biggest secret out there, I believe. And now it doesn't play anymore. Because it's on fire. This dream is on fire. Boom. No. Let's go back. Lots to show. Where was I? Probably.
Just for the fun of it, talking about the moon being a spaceship much. Yeah, I think it's a possibility. So these objects do not look naturally formed. We see many squares, which, by the way, I'm proud to say that they're not pixelations, right? We're able to.
The distances are even. Just that. Look at the distance between these two objects. Look at the distance between these two objects. Like, see, the lines that I'm telling you about are all here. Lots of them, but they're almost impossible to see. But they're there because I see the patterns all the time of this line that's barely viewable, but still there though. And you see them. There's something hiding them. What? Then you see these massive lines that are, whoa, too solid to not be natural. So
see the different unique sizes of them and shape and forms, and the different levels, in a way, height and level to some of them that we could actually almost distinguish. I guarantee you those are not lava tubes. Look at it. I don't need to explain anything. Basically, what you're looking at is a manipulation of the surface, and this is pretty large, several kilometers wide, because we're zoomed up. More pipes or lines underneath, but the smoke that's coming from them or over top of them is causing a film-like view of that area. Looks like everything's the same height and level and flat when it's not, and there's other descending levels underneath that. Massive mile-wide connections, pipes or tunnels of smoke or something's going through that. Oh, look, volcanic lava tubes that naturally form themselves symmetrically, and on top of it, just so happens another one passed over top of them, like connecting them all. Yeah, it's bullshit. I don't think they're yes, a new word, volcanic lava tubes that we're looking at. Definitely not. And listen, I'm not saying they don't exist, tubes or what looks like lava tubes, but this stuff is definitely not lava tube related. Massive, intricate connections that you can see there, and that's not pixelation. Here's a negative image that you're looking at, and more or less over top also between those arrows there, but depending on your monitor. And again, it depends on how much proof you want to see.
Didn't take me that long to understand that. Why are always these bloody patches there? Not, you know, why am I not able to distinguish what's on the surface? Why can't I ever get a clear shot, even when I bring it into a filter? Why not? It's because there's nothing there to see. It's hidden. It's a smoke film. When I say film, I'm not talking about a movie, eh? A layer, like a saran wrap plastic that you put over a dish, to put it away. Just stretch that plastic and squish the food down. Well, that's what we're looking at on the moon, where that layer of smoke is causing a film to make it look like the many areas of the moon are flat, when in reality, even the Apennine Mountains are just 10, 12,000 feet under Mount Everest's height here on Earth. But why don't we see the elevation? Is it just really libration, or is it because that smoke is also hiding some of the levels?
The surface, but there are thousands of connections. Most of the craters are manipulated, I would say, just over top of Mare Imbrium. I'm hoping this one's clear enough. If not, I have other clear videos.
This one, the tower. Everyone telling me, Bruce, there's a tower in Mare Fecunditatis. Everyone's showing a tower. No, it's a double-laned bridge to two power sources surrounded by other power sources. I mean, look at the way they place them. Doy. And it goes down here. Nobody shows this. Mare Fecunditatis, it goes downwards there. And that's where the swastika is. And you'll see it. You would definitely see it. A lot of you were telling me that there's a swastika there. And you could see that this ridge here, this is bending over, going down. It's connections for something, either passing liquids or there's smoke there. And that's why everything's being smoked. Because think of it. If there are industries inside of the moon, what do we do here when we're distilling alcohol? You got all these, you go to Montreal, the breweries that are on along the highways, you see all this smoke is hiding the whole building. You don't see anything because they have like 2 friggin' pipes or 4 or 5 pipes coming out of it. Well, what do you think if they put pipes all over the moon and free just air, humidity, water, vapor just coming out, hiding the damn surface? Maybe that's all it is. It would be very inexpensive. Watch the region here. I'll show it to you 3 different ways. And you'll notice that sometimes you see the elevation and sometimes you don't.
But this one here, it's hard to show. A lot of people say, Bruce, it's a tower. It's not. And it descends those 2 lines right there. Can you see it a little bit? Enough for you to see that it's hugging the ground. It's a constructed object. Here's really close up. There's actually what you see a swamp. On the bottom, by the way, and it's connected to 2 light sources, fusioning light sources.
So whether it be a swastika or not, you see that there's a connection, a 90-degree angle there. You see that there's this massive connection. So what's the coincidence that these 2 main lines are not going to another pipe there? It would be pretty stupid to think the opposite, right? Watch.
Hugging the ground. It's a constructed object. Here's really close up. There's actually what you see a swastika on the bottom, by the way, and it's connected to 2 light sources, fusioning light sources, leaving these lines. And that is an actual square structure, high rising off the surface. Now, these objects, far enough for us to have a hard time seeing them, but they're not impossible to see. Take a look at that, Mare Fecunditatis.
That's where they just declared of having found the new pits. Yeah, maybe that's why there's a lot of bridges. Ever notice all the bridges in Mare Fecunditatis and the fake craters?
So I can just see NASA explaining this to professionals. As you see the lava tube coming from the perfectly rectangular volcanoes, let's call them craters, right here. I mean, there's nothing natural there. There's nothing I have to even say to prove anything with this image. What are they? Bases? Is it?
Somebody says, how come your stupid squares are all different angles? That's why people think it's fake. See the problem? Maybe this structure is not turned on and the smoking system is turned on here with the lights here. So what are the characteristics of each of those squares? There's a section where there's nothing. There's a section where there's nothing. There's a section here where there's nothing, a section here where there's nothing. Again, why? Are they solar panels? What are they? Well, that is something that's not natural, even if it's not perfectly symmetrical. They could be bent because of libration, or if this is a panel that's upwards, and now you might start to see what I'm saying. This one looks like this end is higher than this end. This one's over this one. This one's lower, then it goes downwards, and you see they have different angles. It could be some type of mechanism, protection for the moon or something, but it's definitely an intelligent being that made it.
A machine is propelling the moon's propulsion because it's a spaceship.
It's facing us, by the way.
A dead spaceship. Who knows? It could be solar panels, could be some type of battery on the surface.
Energy weapon.
Look at it though. It's definitely not natural.
A camp.
Tycho crater, hundreds of lines, a whole group of lines there in the bottom, and the wishbone.
Yeah, you won't see it. Don't even try unless you have a 75-inch screen. But if you have a 75-inch screen, you're welcome. Here's the wishbone. It comes out here with a large section of several objects, 1, 2, and 3 here. They could be buildings. And here, where that light source is, you see that go there and that go there. And you see that this is not a crater, but a circle with connections leaving it. Here it goes up and then it goes down. Here it goes into a tunnel with the lines going through it. So all I can do is go forward and backwards, and you could try to perceive that. Watch this. Follow my nose. It's just a line, very, very, very light. Hard to see, that's going all over the surface, but it goes to here. And here it's dark, Tycho, right? And it goes all here and illuminates these structures. So maybe this is a part of a section that does not work anymore. Maybe back in the day, these were all white sections like this, and we could not see these. What do you think of where the arrow is? Okay, all I'm saying is that I'm not saying that I'm seeing much. I'm seeing this vague line there, and you see that things are crossing. You see the whole 1, 2, and 3? It's just lines that are going up and connecting. Look, I mean, these are all connections, and it goes all the way here, goes in the ground there and comes out, and then it goes towards another light source and whatnot. So there's Tycho.
Hundreds of lines, a whole group of lines there in the bottom, and the wishbone line connected to a light source right there goes up, looks like a boat in the bottom of the ocean.
Yep.
Depending on your monitor, I'm not going to linger long on this, but it's incredible to see. It's proof. It's hard to see because these lines or pipes are smoking the surface.
So I put a different color filter over the section that I wanted to show you. So they all have these lines here too. All over the blue parts is these lines here, but you can only see it if you manipulate the exposure and get just the right greenish brownish filter to be able to see it, bluish filter to see it. Because if not, you're just quite simply looking at it gray, and it's just a lot harder to differentiate this. Now you see it there a bit more. If you have a big enough screen, you are seeing what I mean by the lines, and they veer in. And you can see here it veers down, and here there's another connection crossing over, another connection here. So that's it's just a connection of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of objects, and they're so far away. They must be because they're hard to see and they're small. But when you start getting them bigger and you like these and you see them a bit more, you go, well, there's something to
proof. It's hard to see because these lines or pipes are smoking the surface. It's all optical illusions and eye tricks. The fact that we can't see the surface properly. And I like turning things around like I will here. So straight up in the Southern Highlands, which is at the bottom of Clavius crater, we can see a manipulation, a 90-degree angle, an L shape that's quite massive. It's quite long in length, and it's even wide. If I turn it around, even looks like a smokestack. You can even see the shadow underneath it. And on the right, of course, another opening, and lots more things that you can study and analyze here, no matter what you think it is, or I can tell you it is, connections or not, manipulation or not. I believe they are. Look what that.
Also, if this was lying on the ground, the shadow would be alongside of it that way, right? longing it, and you see that it's up there, and you see that there's something here, which could be the shadow of this object on the ground. And at the end, well, you can see a line of what looks like smoke possibly coming out of this here. Possibly.
Underneath it. And on the right, of course, another opening and lots more things that you can study and analyze here, no matter what you think it is, or I can tell you it is. Connections or not, manipulation or not, I believe they are. Look at the end of the arrow on the right there, all like a base that's connected. If it has the same reflectivity as the surface, people aren't noticing it properly. That's a shadow underneath it. And hey, there's even a line just to the right of the arrow that goes downwards. The more you analyze these images, guys, I'm telling you, this is a manipulated surface. And again,
blah, blah, blah. I talk so bloody fast. I see stuff, and no wonder nobody believes me because I don't explain it properly. Well, listen, this here, the object that I believe is unnatural, these little lines that go down and follow around are the hardest thing to be able to show. This patch, blurry patch, that you can see that why is this patch blurry when that's not and this isn't? You can see the image is quite in focus, but you see certain areas where, oh, look, like this crater looks blurry. This one looks a little less blurry, but it's because this is smoke. So all the smoke, where do you think that this blurry patch smoke could be coming from? Well, there's a big section around here that's all white, and we're looking at it in a negative image. And when you put it in a negative image, you can see these lines, and it's just a little bit of detail, but it's all the detail that people need to have a little reason to want to get up there to expose all of this. My God, if it happens, guys, we're going to have a hell of a lot of fun videos to watch and news to listen to.
It's my opinion. Your opinions are also welcome here. Look with a different filtering. Wow, it pops out the details. The moon is filled with so many mysteries, even possibly life, living organisms. Zoomed up with my 14-inch telescope, this object that is moving would have to be very wide. Look, guys, the characteristics of this is not like typical debris. It's not an asteroid. It doesn't, come into line with or in relationship with anything scientific that has ever been declared being seen on the moon. It looks like living organisms. We see some signs of living organisms in some STS missions from NASA, like the Tether incident, but that looks like a giant jellyfish that's expanding and contracting as it's moving around.
What's beside it? Its partner or a shadow? This is where people started coming to me 3 years after and saying, Bruce, you're proving there's clouds and it's its shadow that's refracting in the clouds with the sun. And yeah.
And you even see a gas coming off of it.
Watch it.
Absolutely incredible. Space creatures, and for real. Basically, I'm giving disclosure without the patent and recipe. It's like I'm showing you a spacecraft and not telling you how it was built or who owns it or whatnot. What are we looking at, guys? This is also very serious. I want to talk about possible war on the moon, fighting, shooting out objects and projectiles. This object that is stationary on the surface, either on the surface or in the atmosphere, but not that far away from the surface, is turning a light and interacting with other objects and or sending out projectiles. Look, we got the proof. We see, even though we can't explain what we are seeing, we have the virtual proof of some type of weapon or system.
I dare anyone to tell me that that's not something that's an intelligent being on the surface. It could be a weapon on the surface. It's shooting projectiles hundreds of miles away, and there are explosions occurring, and I film them often enough.
See, even though we can't explain what we are seeing, we have the virtual proof of some type of weapon or system or interaction with something on the surface. That doesn't look like mining to me. I find it extremely interesting that right here in Mare Fecunditatis, just at the bottom of it and right over top of the supposed Apollo 11 landing, that I see coming out of what looks like a cave, since they're mentioning it now, a UFO coming out. And guess what? They're going to meet up, as I've shown you before several times, that they're going to meet up to the few hundred people, of course, that they're meeting up with a UFO fleet that's flying by at high rates of speed. They're inside of the moon. Could you imagine, from based on the sizes they're telling us about the lava tubes, could you imagine how many UFOs could possibly be inside of the moon? I'll leave it at that, not to bore anyone, but if they're talking about wanting to build bases for astronauts on the moon, and they're not telling us about these UFOs that are leaving the moon, at the inside of the moon, and not just those, these that are very fast, they're leaving from the surface, and not just one of them, several of them are leaving. There's thousands of people up there, or thousands of these lights up there that, again, NASA is not telling us about, but they're gathering funds to do an Artemis program to be able to go live there on the moon and launch eventually to go to Mars. All this, what's going on with Elon Musk too, them going to the moon. He must have a hell of a view also, must have one of his own telescopes, you'd think, to look at the moon, because there's a whole bunch of creatures. And don't forget, Elon Musk is going to tell you the minute he sees alien life. Well, listen, I'm not bitching about you, brother. Elon Musk is really helping, us little people in this world that are less fortunate with this platform, and I so appreciate it. But who's stopping you from, all you big higher ups, from talking about the moon? What is the secrecy about? Like, who died because of all of this? List, please. Thanks for watching, everyone. Oh, that's true. Real quickly, reporter gets photobombed by our friend from Milwaukee. Where is the client list? Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah. You gotta love the photo bombers. Hilarious. Hello, it's me. I'm funny. How's everyone doing? I hope you enjoyed that. The Law of One, a must read. That rings a bell, my friend. Hope you all enjoyed that. Just scrolling down to the bottom, which I never do, because I'm always stuck at the top. Zoom on it is here. Thank you very much for all your work. I thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Corridor Melange, no. It's work from the 90 to 210 with abductees. It's worth to be shared. It rings a bell. I will check that out. Thank you very much for sharing it. Adam Bailey, thanks again, man. Yeah. I've been going live every day, every time I stream, Nina. And I streamed a couple of minutes ago, well, the hour ago. And when I started, they say that you need a premium account to be able to broadcast live. And I don't know. You're right about what you said. I've never had any problems, but I was not able, unfortunately, to stream. So sorry, X platform, for the glitch, but thank you very much if you did click on the stream, which I think you guys did. That's awesome. 166 took the time at least to click. Very little numbers with this research. You guys believe that 166 people on Twitter, that in the first month I got 5,000 subscribers, and then not one after that, like my other platforms. Howdy to Bruce, Darla, Larry. Thank you very much, kind sir. Karen Fitzpatrick is here. Thank you very much. New UFO witness today. Yeah, hang tight. I think we do. I've been looking at the UFO news, the discouraging UFO news. See, these are the ones that they stick in that I don't like. FX's Alien series wraps filming. Showrunner Noah Hawley promises something special. And they're talking about the UFO news and UFO news. There's Blink 182, Tom DeLonge, that offers chilling update on disclosure, religion, and UFOs. But unfortunately, I had to subscribe to be able to get the information. pissing me off. Notice you did not have to subscribe to get the information here. And Tom DeLong had an incredible update, a chilling update. And you know what it was? He believes that it's entities, spiritual entities coming here from the future. Yeah, okay. What he said, right? What the other said, same thing. Nothing against him, but he just agrees with what they said about that. I talk about it. Of course, they could be coming here from the future and whatnot. I don't even think it's important trying to find that out. I think more or less it's important to try to interact with those lights that are coming here. Some of us are. Mr. Star Hunter, thank you, brother, for being here. Thanks for the generous contributions. Also, my friend, if you're here, it's a generous contribution. And to all new people that came by, thank you very much. Yes, exactly. Nothing to see here. Run along. Just a big old ball, Chinese ball. It's a Chinese ball. Balloon. Yeah. Thank you very much. Alberta in the house. That's something also I find would be true being beside Earth. That's well said, Starship. I haven't heard a lot of people mention that one. You're right about that. I agree with you. If that's what you mean, that compared to Earth, the moon seems pretty big. As a matter of fact, Starship, the core inside of the moon, okay, even though they say there's no magnetosphere, I don't think that's true. But the core is just as big as the core that's inside of Earth. So imagine that. In through the outdoor, thanks again. I heard the moon was brought here after a reset, stabilize the planet. Yeah, heard that too, Adam. An old spaceship, yeah. Absolutely would make sense. Like a spaceship that was bombed would explain why all the craters are on Earth side, a lot of them, which are incredibly huge and large. It almost looks like it was coming from Earth, like we were bombing the moon, or like you say, the moon could have possibly been somewhere else. I will get along real good. Same here. That's why I only use common sense and patterns. And it's why, unfortunately, I was not able to explain Einstein's 1915 theory of relativity. See, I was going to say revolution, so see how fucking stupid I am? Relativity. Two theories of relativity, the big one and the small one. One has the equation that physicists use when they calculate with the stars, and the other one was a basic assumption of, quantum physics and stuff. Why do you think professionals don't get along in their fields? Because they don't have the same processing of even calculating anything, which is a little concerning when you think of it. They're all fighting amongst themselves, and in reality, it's all us, the whistleblowers or the naive amateurs that aren't supposed to know anything about anything. We know everything. I mean, all conspiracy theorists that I've heard over the years have always been right about everything they ever talk about. Well, I'll tell you what, Starship, the moon plays a very big game, takes a big toll on the weather. If it wouldn't be for the moon, we probably would not have rain. And I believe that the rain that we have here is from the moon, and that the rain goes from here to the moon. And also the jellyfish that are in our ocean also come here from the moon and can go to the moon like from here. Careful, those that want to laugh, go and look. There's even a report out last year that they're talking about the possibility of it. Evaporation, we've always seen it rain fish. It's real. Well, it can happen also between Earth and the moon, most likely. Who says there's not all those creatures flying around Earth also that we're just not seeing them? It could be really high up. Thank you, Darla. Yes, absolutely. Soft censoring. And in my case, it's not soft censoring. I am completely blocked. They are stealing the revenue. I get $0 effing dollars unless people come here and forcefully, like my group, watch my videos. And that sucks because they are stealing from me. It totally sucks. This should not be a manipulation on the views. I want real people to come here. Where are all the trolls? Right? Like, I'm not just talking about Limey and his fake family. Where are all the trolls that are should be commenting on my research saying you're full of shit, or what telescope are you using, or, connect with so-and-so or him and that. Nope, people just come and advertise. Hey, have you ever heard of so-and-so? You should connect with them. Once is okay. Then they come back, then they come back, then they come back, then they come back, then they come back. It'll come out. It's going to change the world, the research. It already has. As a matter of fact, I was already, reached by the higher ups. The Pentagon presented my work on a platform, and people will laugh at me, but not many people know that. In August 2021, the Pentagon presented both of my captures, the UFO that landed in my yard and, the UFO fleet that is on the moon. I showed daytime UFOs here with the infrared camera. And then I went ghost. Of course, I believe it. All celestial objects do, even though gravity is just a theory. They came out with it last year that gravity was a wave, up and down. Everything's up and down. Why does a leaf fall like this? Propellers fall like this. Why do things fall like this? A leaf when it's going down? Because everything in the universe rocks, including music, rock and roll. It's true. Everything goes back and forth. The moon rocks back and forth. It could be in the gravity. The moon's at its perigee. The moon at its apogee. Close, far. Before I get off here, please hit the like button. I really appreciate you all coming by. Jokes are also welcome here, my friend. Then that may have been from the water tower in the background. Thank you very much, Raysol. Rossall. Yes. So do I count. Some reply, Bruce, media is now splashing headlines of bases found. Yes, sir. I replied to you too, in the comment when you mentioned it. Bases found on the moon and tunnels found on the moon. Yes, and I was already going to talk about it. Absolutely, since they've been talking about this for a couple of days. And Alex Jones was on the ball about it. There's a news media in France that was coming out with some of the information. I had to pay to get the information. I'm not going to. I was able to look between the lines by click, enter, like enter in, enter out, enter in, enter out, Yeah. Also, Jim Carrey, another one that knows what's going on and that realized that even told us that he wasn't real, that he was created, nothing but a tetrahedron floating around in the universe doing nothing. Remember when he had started coming out with that? People thought it was a depression. Oh no, I think it's just a realization. Count Derbula, that is hysterical. It was something funny I missed. Leave it to Count Derp. Hubris has reported there are clouds, ABD, rain, and grass. Yes! Many a times. And how I did it is by filming it, is by seeing the clouds going by. Maybe even some of the brightness that we see could be, electrical storms. Thank you, everyone, for everything, all the help, the likes. It really helps the channel get out to others. Absolutely 100%. You can become a Patreon. All my videos, except for the research videos, except for the stream videos, all my research videos do have the links. Fundraiser to my event. And if you want to help, the contribution like you did here, the thanks button. Christmas comes by. You want to give $1 or $2 on a video that you really appreciate, they think is getting out truth. Support the channel anyway. And if you're just coming here and liking my videos every chance you get, once a week, twice a week, once a month, don't change a thing and keep doing it, because I need the help, guys, to get this research out. I really want people to see what's up there on the moon. Listen, third phase of moon reached me to do a collaboration. I know he's busy as hell. He must be if I am, but he's got to come back. If you're listening, brother, or one of the two brothers, cousins, come by the stream and let me know what you want to do a collaboration. Third phase would get millions of views. And now you guys will read me wrong here. I don't care whether these channels are credible or not. I want to get the research out. And all we need is one stink done on one of these channels. So A lot of the channels, the space channels, actually talked about me, saying that my research was fake. Not him, but some of them have. You're doing more important things. Hollywood productions of space are hardly reliable in terms of reality. Astrophilosophe, merci. Right, you are. Iron Sky, didn't see that either. Yeah, there you go. Et voila. Darla, absolutely vote for Pierre Polyev, or like Alex says, Piri Polivera. Vote for him. I do believe that we have now went into alternative reality. It happened in 2012. I heard that theory also. Yep, a lot of people bring that up. I have a music channel if you guys want to help me reach 1,000 subscribers. I'm trying to monetize that channel, put up my own music, and trying to raise money here for the channel any way I can legitimately. So if they're cutting off the traffic, and don't forget, no subscribers here, 102,000 since February 15th, my birthday. Must be because I was born in the same day as Galileo that people are so jealous about Bruce. Bruce this, Bruce that. Bruce, they call him the Moon Master. He's a piece of shit. I can't stand him. Bruce is a fraud. Bruce is a liar. Bruce is a pedo. Bruce does this. Bruce does that. Nothing they didn't say. Trolls talking about me, making videos about me. Well, they're advertising, so they say that all news is good news, to be able to advertise, to get the research out. So that's a cool thing. Hey, X, Rumble, thanks a lot, everyone. YouTube. There you go, Adam. That's what was happening. As much as there's a slight shift in a bad way, and there's also a slight shift towards a good way. And a lot of things that are happening when they hit someone or something, often they get caught and a little bit of truth comes out. It's worth it for them. They would have risked killing Trump to be able to just have their way, but it's going to work for Trump, his way. Much respect to everyone and all your opinions on no matter what you think. I just want the U.S. to get back to normal and to be back to being great again. Americans have always been great, but it's the country that's going to shits. Thank you very much. Reva NS or Revans, thank you very much. Appreciate that, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. We need entertainment count. Don't forget Chippy Tits. Oh, yes. That's right, Count. It. Oh, is that why you started calling me it? Because you were using it? Or is it because you're just satirically, through satire? Yeah, our poor Limey calls me it. But that's why I replied to him. I said, well, it's making you jealous, I think. Hey, Anika, thank you very much. You guys want a base of sinus iridium on your wall in Bianchini Creator City? Have a simple poster, or it's free to go and look at the video, the images that I put on Pictorem. I think I only have 3 sales in 6 years, but it doesn't matter. Do you believe that all my photo sites are banned? Rumble's banned. People tell me, Bruce, go to Rumble. You can speak about everything and anything. No, I'm being banned talking about Bill Gates. I got a strike on Rumble. You guys get strikes on Rumble? I was told that they're going to close my account if I talk about that shit again, basically. Can't talk about the moon very much. Nobody's coming to the channel. Only about 50 views to 100 views. No revenue on Rumble. Hey, I uploaded 600 videos, guys, plus all the streams that are uploading now, and I uploaded that in 2-3 months, saying to myself that I'd create a little bit of revenue, and I didn't even hit the $50 mark, which blew my mind. So that means all those videos this year I would have posted, I'll make about, like right now on Rumble, I make $50 a year. So there's no interest for my research because nobody's coming to the channel. Yeah, that's how it is, right? We all take a turn a certain direction. Chip, chip, chippity. Chip, chippity, chip, chippity, chip, chip, chiroo. Limey's got chippy chit that's long of friend through. And on my music channel, you can also check out some of my troll songs. I made some for Penny Bunny. Love you, sweetheart. Made some for Miss Here. Made some for Limey. Little blues. Ding-a-ding-a-ding. Having you all here with us today is just a treat for us mods. Thank you. Darla will get you if you're not good. Bruce, you've given me the courage to come out and tell my truth as I know it. To Dr. Michael Sala, I'm proud of you, my friend. It's not easy talking about things that are realistically impossible based on the laws of physics, like me saying that I saw a shadow. My friend's shadow talked to me, not him though, and his shadow was talking to him too, not talking, thank God, but trying to stab us and stuff with a knife that he had in his world. So if that doesn't scare you, me, when I found that out, I realized, I told my friends, you know what, before I get off here, the ghost world have it good. No matter who they harass or threaten or murder or even physically harm, there's no proof. They're free to come here. They're trapped in this world and they're still bitching in the other world here, trying to manipulate people. These are YouTube trolls, guys. Ghosts now are YouTube trolls, basically, I think that have passed on. They come back and they haunt castles. No, they go into people's houses and they haunt their computers. I think that's what they're doing. Maybe even ghost hackers. So, ladies and gents, I can't thank you enough. I love you, each and every one of you, for the amazing support that you give this channel. Thanks for listening to the video. We were able to last. You guys endured me for 2 hours. Thanks, mods. Wised Up Woman's here. Thank you for the amazing comments. Music channel, YouTube, Rumble, like Anika, Darla, Jules, Leah, everyone that jumps around on my platforms, I thank you. And for those lurkers listening in, including Limey, I love you guys. Thanks for the support. And again, thanks for speaking of the channel, Limey, because more people will get interested in the research. I love you guys. Take care.